After 60, many people believe their health depends mostly on pills or family genetics. But research from Harvard Health in 2023 and a large analysis in the BMJ 2021 show something very different. Up to 70 or 80% of stroke and heart disease risk is shaped by daily lifestyle choices, while genes account for only 20 to 30%. That means what you do each evening, your routines before bed, can quietly decide how your brain and heart age. According to the World Health Organization, stroke is the #1 cause of long-term disability in older adults. Every year, millions of people over 60 lose their independence, not because of age itself, but because of preventable strokes. Here's the hopeful part. Scientists estimate that nearly 80% of strokes can be prevented by changing small habits. This isn't about complicated diets or expensive treatments. It's about tiny decisions. What you eat at dinner, how you prepare for sleep, even the way you manage stress before bed. The good news is simple. Making one better choice tonight could already help protect your memory, your mobility, and your freedom tomorrow. So let's walk through 7 nighttime habits that neurologists and public health experts agree can either raise or lower your risk of stroke. And you'll see how easy it is to start making changes right away. Number 1. Eat dinner early with less salt and unhealthy fat. Most people don't realize that the time you eat can affect your blood vessels just as much as what you eat. A major study published in The Lancet in 2021 found that eating dinner after 8 p.m. and loading the meal with sodium increases the chance of nighttime high blood pressure by nearly 20%. When blood pressure surges at night, your arteries are under extra strain during the hours when your brain and heart should be resting. That hidden pressure raises the risk of stroke while you sleep. So what's the simple fix? Aim to finish dinner before 7 p.m. whenever possible. Choose foods that keep your circulation steady, plenty of vegetables, fish rich in omega-3s, and whole grains that help stabilize blood sugar. Limit heavy red meat, fried foods, and processed takeout meals, since these are often packed with sodium and unhealthy fats. The CDC recommends that older adults keep their sodium intake under 1,500 milligrams per day. That's less than 1 teaspoon of salt. Cooking at home makes it easier to control seasoning, and using herbs or lemon juice can add flavor without extra salt. By shifting dinner earlier and trimming the sodium, you give your brain and heart a calmer night, one step closer to lowering your stroke risk while you sleep. Number 2. Avoid alcohol and caffeine before bed. It might feel harmless to enjoy a glass of wine in the evening or a late cup of coffee, but research shows your body doesn't see it that way. A large study published in the European Heart Journal in 2019 found that alcohol increases the risk of atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat that is responsible for about 1/3 of all strokes. Even small amounts at night can trigger changes in heart rhythm while you sleep. Caffeine has its own impact. According to the NIH sleep study in 2020, drinking coffee, black tea, or even energy drinks too close to bedtime disrupts sleep cycles, raises nighttime blood pressure, and makes it harder for blood vessels to relax. Poor sleep and higher blood pressure together create the perfect storm for stroke risk in older adults. So here's a simple practice. After 6 p.m., skip the alcohol and coffee. Instead, reach for calming alternatives like warm water with lemon, chamomile tea, or peppermint tea. These choices keep your heart rhythm steady, help you fall asleep naturally, and give your brain the recovery time it needs overnight. A small shift in what you sip in the evening can make a big difference for your heart and brain health. Number 3. Quit evening smoking. Lighting up a cigarette at night may feel like a way to relax, but the truth is it puts your brain and blood vessels under immediate stress. According to the CDC in 2022, smoking doubles the risk of stroke at any age. Even one cigarette before bed narrows the arteries and thickens the blood, making it harder for oxygen to reach the brain. And here's something many people don't realize. Every cigarette causes blood vessel constriction that can last up to 30 minutes. So if you smoke before going to sleep, your circulation is understrained during the very hours your body is supposed to heal and repair itself. That hidden pressure doesn't just raise stroke risk, it also makes it harder to get deep restorative sleep. The best step is to cut out evening smoking completely. If that feels tough, try replacing the routine. Chew a mint or sugar-free gum, rinse with mouthwash for a fresh taste, or take a short walk to distract the craving. Each time you skip that bedtime cigarette, you lower the burden on your blood vessels and give your brain a safer night's rest. Number 4. Get 7-8 hours of sleep. Sleep isn't just rest. It's one of the body's most powerful tools for repairing blood vessels, balancing hormones, and protecting the brain. A large meta-analysis published in the European Heart Journal in 2019 showed that adults who sleep less than 6 hours per night have a 33% higher risk of stroke compared to those who get enough rest. When you cut your sleep short, blood pressure stays elevated, inflammation builds, and memory suffers. That's why consistent, deep sleep is one of the most effective medicines you can give yourself without a prescription. Here's how to make it happen. Keep a fixed bedtime and wake-up schedule, even on weekends. This trains your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep naturally. Turn off the TV, phone, and bright screens at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light from these devices tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime and delays deep sleep. For older adults, going to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. often leads to a more restorative night's rest. By protecting those 7 to 8 hours, you're not just getting sleep, you're investing in sharper memory, steadier blood pressure, and a lower stroke risk. Number 5. Treat sleep apnea, OSA. Loud snoring may seem harmless, but for many older adults, it's actually a red flag. Obstructive sleep apnea, often called OSA, happens when breathing stops and starts repeatedly during sleep. Each pause cuts off oxygen, forcing the heart and brain to work harder through the night. A landmark study in the Lancet Neurology in 2020 found that untreated sleep apnea can raise the risk of stroke by 2 to 3 times. That's a dramatic increase, and the danger grows the longer it goes unnoticed. How can you tell if you might have it? Warning signs include loud, chronic snoring, gasping for air, breathing pauses longer than 10 seconds, or waking up with a dry mouth and morning headaches. If you notice these patterns, or your partner does, it's time to get checked by a sleep specialist or a lung doctor. The good news is that OSA can be treated. Using a CPAP machine at night, losing excess weight, or making small adjustments to sleep position all help reduce risk. By addressing sleep apnea, you're not only improving oxygen flow, you're protecting your brain and giving yourself safer, healthier nights. Number 6. Drink a small glass of water before bed. It sounds simple, but hydration can make a big difference for your brain and heart while you sleep. During the night, your body naturally loses water through breathing and sweating. That may not seem like much, but even mild dehydration can thicken the blood and make it easier for small clots to form. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition in 2019 highlighted that mild dehydration is enough to raise blood viscosity and increase cardiovascular strain. For older adults, this risk is especially important because circulation slows with age. The good news is that the solution is easy. Before going to bed, drink a small glass of warm water, about 100 to 150 milliliters, or roughly half a cup. This helps keep blood flowing smoothly overnight without overwhelming your bladder. Be careful not to overdo it, since drinking too much right before sleep can lead to multiple bathroom trips and disrupted rest. Think of it as striking a balance. Just enough water to support healthy circulation, but not so much that it keeps you up at night. This tiny step takes only seconds, but gives your brain and blood vessels a safer environment while you rest. Number 7. Relax and avoid stressful news before bed. Your body doesn't just rest at night, your stress hormones reset too. But if you go to bed tense, worried, or overstimulated, your brain keeps releasing cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, that nightly spike takes a toll. A major review in JAMA Internal Medicine in 2018 showed that chronic stress raises cortisol levels, damages blood vessels, and increases blood pressure. This combination is especially harmful for older adults, where fragile arteries are already more sensitive. The result? Higher risk of stroke while you sleep. The solution is gentle but powerful. Set aside just 2 to 5 minutes before bedtime to calm your body and mind. Try deep breathing, slow inhales through the nose, longer exhales through the mouth. Play soft music, or read a short uplifting book. These practices lower stress hormones, slow your heart rate, and prepare your brain for restorative sleep. Most importantly, avoid late-night arguments, heavy news programs, or scrolling through upsetting headlines. What you feed your mind before bed sets the tone for your night, and your heart and brain will thank you for keeping it calm. Connection. Do you see what all of these habits have in common? They're not complicated, they're not expensive, and they don't require hours of effort. Each one takes only a minute or two, but together they can make a real difference for your brain and heart. By eating dinner earlier, cutting back on salt, and choosing healthier foods, you ease the pressure on your arteries. By skipping alcohol, caffeine, and evening cigarettes, you give your heart a calmer rhythm through the night. Getting a full 7 to 8 hours of rest and treating sleep apnea keep oxygen flowing steadily to your brain. A small glass of warm water helps prevent your blood from getting too thick, lowering the chance of clots while you sleep. And a short moment of relaxation before bed keeps stress hormones down, protecting your blood vessels and helping you fall asleep peacefully. Put together, these simple choices reduce blood pressure, keep your circulation flexible, and lower the hidden risks that often build up silently with age. The most important thing is this: you don't have to wait. You can start with just one change tonight and already give your body a safer, stronger night's rest. Choose one small habit to start tonight. It could be finishing dinner a little earlier or simply drinking a warm glass of water before bed. Over time, these tiny adjustments add up, helping you sleep deeper, keep your heart steady, and protect your memory. The beauty of these habits is that they're easy, practical, and within your control. Share this video with friends and family, because sometimes one simple habit can truly save a life. And don't forget to subscribe for more trusted, science-based health tips. Disclaimer: this content is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always check with your doctor before making changes to your routine,